that? Ah, it's neighboring. Crescent wood pot. Looks as if it's coming from wood. It's charming, isn't it? Why would we do something dumb like that? And the hair around the necks and the fingers, even hanging from the ears, it seems. But Julie's beautiful, Nano-san. Oh, something scratcher. So look, very painful wound. This scratch made by some kind of small animal, and fairly recently too. What scratch would disappear to be here? She grabs her hand and looks in pain. So I think it's this.
Yes!
Yes, when you call this whole event, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, the simple observation reveals the wound is fresh. Clue, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? Think about the young man who died. I feel so sad. When I'm sad, the pain for this wound is worse. There's that very pain, that evidence or inscrutable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what is the nature of that intruder that saw into the victim's camera and approached us tonight? Well, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded the special, was it not? As I expected, another telltale glance. The friend is something simple we see for us. She would like that the scratch mark on the back of her hand was made by this friend of hers, does it? Except, snakes do not have claws, do they? No, they don't. Or even have hands or feet which claws might grow. Well then, that snake isn't a pet, what is? What is the true idea of a friend of hers? We shall follow her gaze and understand. Then we'll find the answer. The kitty. Look at the photo in the frame. This must be someone's mom butt with her when she went away. She's a suffering beauty, isn't she? It's just true. Personally, there's that little black creature she told me that caught my eye. Maybe we could better take a close look at this. The little cat Miss Puma is calling here. Oh well, a cute little kitten. You could vie with you, couldn't it, Nano-san, for the blackest outfit. A black kitten. And from the looks of it, the speech of Miss Puma is being very attached to it.
Yes!
Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on your back from your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no. I like the swirling name. They do. The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear? Is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? I've been to court, but damn, these games make court look cool. Daka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Daka would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, the fact leaves us in the corner. Victims went observation on the night in question tell for Sparkle Band. Whereas regrettably, this specimen's walking do not fit the description in any way. What can we give them, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. There's nothing to do with any of this. But it does. You have the answer to the code even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you were trying, but failing to conceal, gonna be snakes, sloth skin. What behind her back? She just left a bucket. Who have I ever known? Yes, horrors like that of his strong specialties. He was so clever forced to reveal something. Seduction was his specialty. Or maybe it's making me believe that was his ploy too. Anyway, I find it's hard to believe that the skinless, in which case, it's just what was found hiding behind her back. hello. That's not snake skin. Oh, it's Spectre and it's banned, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth or so. It's a cat toy! So how's that? Cats like this takes the band around and play at it. Paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them, and they pounce to catch it. Ha! Sound positively adorable. Yes, the thing you're trying but failing to consider is a cat toy? Precisely, the true nature of how the infamous Spectre band. This was the toy that you dragged through the ventilations. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there going to be one answer to that. The feline friend disappeared through the ventilation to the neighboring cabin. Predator attempted to use the Spectre cat toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlov's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime. It's a bothersome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Doc. Truly a troublesome feline young Doc is proving to be. She must be caged and found. You'll forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlov. The photograph has been entered into court records. Nice. I love this dance to do. Something I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and ran up the bell cord. If I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilations. Doctor, she's so naughty. Solved. Topic 2. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. Someone lose his life, why? According to the data which have been appraised, it appears that there are no visible signs of injury. In fact, the success of this victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. So this is true. There's no signs of wound anywhere because of someone's body. That's right. Trump seems to be aware of one very important detail. Cosmo wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the impression he's missing. What was it? Here we go.
Yes!
Good one, I have to change my controller. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Yes, I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the silver compact is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman strong enough isn't the open motor freak, you know? Just like his face, he's just like, ugh. The jury's out. Anyway, we have a good authority that the sack was broken. Now, if we take that as a matter of fact, any evidence to from it to the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, examination of the deceased body will prove that. Broken. He's probably struck by something. Or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. Yet, no weapon has been found. presumably darker than science. Good papa. Fail blow, I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. But a terrible act of misfortune that his neck broke completely by accident, yes. But I thought I could explain it. Hard to believe coming some of listen closely. But we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain that what happened?
Yes!
Walk on the floor. Yes, an examination of the walk on the floor proves the cause of death conclusively. You can see a mark supposedly visible next to the victim's body is a positive shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed. Positively identified by a as device I constructed, which I cannot carry as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dried by my results. The unveiling ingredients for shoe polish. And the color of shoe polish is perfectly matched to the color of Mr. Ogi's lace on the shoes. Looking at the mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Ogi must have caught his foot at the point of the floor and tripped. Please, no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some unmovable object as he fell to the floor. Preferable to the spine, the victim's vertebrae was shattered. In that instant, he lost his life. No. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Boswell? The evidence left at the scene he lost his life. Yes, in fact, clear as day to me. Well, you could to consider the discriminating evidence. But now your voluntary glance betrays the hiding place you choose. That's right, you hear the evidence that links you after a troubling case. I believe it. Customer something really tripped over right now. It's not true, please accept it. I know it's hard to believe. The mark on the floor does happen. But, and if this partial induction is right, Miss Fuller is trying to hide some evidence will prove it. There's this cabin, somewhere in the direction she will cast her eyes. Well, I wonder, let's have a good look around. Drop 20,000 rupees in. Drop 9,000 in place. Starting to sound like Sherlock Holmes. To sound like the great detective. But I don't have them. Probably talking about the thing of the night last night. I presume there's not much rubbish in there. That's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, there it is. Now I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you.
Yes!
It's in the wastebasket. That's the glass barrel. Go pile the glass barrel. Right, you hit the evidence that links your victim's death in that waste paper basket. Huh. You hit fragment of some incorrect glass object. It seems one that has been air, in fact. Precisely, we found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Misaki's cap. As you can see, the two pieces fit perfectly together. Some misspelling, so we can say what this tells us. But we beat that part of this glass object, which was originally broken at this common scene victim's death, should be found in a newspaper basket in your cap. Ah! You're crawling with the glass. This glass ball, you're not? I don't know. It's got hush rush. The accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Nando. Yes. Evidence linking in a little glass barrel would be this photograph, you can clearly see hanging from Darko's collar. The very glass bell in question. Truth has cut up for you, Miss Falkers. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly unjust fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble was your absent feline Darko. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm so sorry. Death by tripping over. Oh my god, do people die that way? Elementary, my dear Watson. Do people die by tripping over cats these days? No, I'm fine. Tell us exactly what happened last night. I left at 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darko, so I gave her some food. And then all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. So that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast. And that's when you quiet that nasty wound in the back of your hand, I take it. Yes. I had wet wounds on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed to talk with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals carry from infectious diseases. It's precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. I go, sure, if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, I thought I would try to let you in back again. I dangling the inventory through the ventilations in the adjoining cabin. I collapsed this story, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. He was afraid I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing, she didn't return. It's a faint whistling sound caused my water butt, and his dye was trying to retrieve her cat. Hidden in the shadows when fighting. Yes, so there's nothing else I could do. I had to wait until she had calmed down. But then I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then just a dreadful thing, and afterwards nothing. It was totally silent. It was. Brown walking on the floor. It seems like what you heard was a victim stepping in the glass barrel and tripping. Very large brush up, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. Sucker was already off balance as a result of the ship launching and the kid got on his feet. A combination of unfortunate factors would easily have caused him to fall over. But yeah, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yet Darko's nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she disappeared again. Restless. The cat is unselfishly restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this up this morning, her young man in the next cabin next to mine had died. I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I didn't realize it, but her hair looks like Hook at the end. I'm so scared. Scared that they would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? Right, what is it? Snake isn't your friend, Miss Blah. Then whose is it and where did it come from? Such a dangerous creature during aboard the ship. Oh, I didn't say? Snake is my friend. His name is Pirozoko? What? What? Snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when the emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. Didn't expect to find him here. Yes, I did a snake get into his cabin. Amazon not permitted on board. Ha! You are at sea for 1 year. You won't be long about a close friend? About someone who understands? Didn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? My dear burly fellow, a country has been a snake. Surely you can appreciate the danger of putting everyone in. No venom. Vods does not have venom. He is harmless. Very long, but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny. It's venomless? Yes, now he's hungry, so he's in a bad mood. But once I feed him, you see him big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Ah, they say milk chickens ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only stupid stories. Predators eat mouses, big fat round mice. Ah, oh, so is that the mouse trap in the patches right out there for? Of course. How else I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like look in the right eye right now. To drink milk, it can't hear a whistle, and it can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous? How the deuce did something so inept land a starving wall? It's not my fault. I did not make up stories. My purpose has nothing to do with this incident. Truth behind my best friend's tragic death. I've seen a lot of things. I've never seen a man trip to death. Typical situation you'll find yourself in, and I do sympathize. Please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then there's no more other circumstance I can never forgive you. But when you talk about Miss Mikotaba, but lies, we would just confess everything. It's just so much for event, an accident. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes, so I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Nando? Mr. Nando? Yes. So much fun story, I'm sure of it. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh. I'm only present here for a specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Nando, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. I have to say, when this man falls in deduction, his magic tricks are amazing. His man can remove and unremove shackles like it ain't nobody's business. I love that. What's the next port call? You want Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but overlook one point in detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes. He was my closest friend. I owe him my freedom even. In that case, we must follow this to the conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Nando. Yes, however that may be. Soon. Talk about how you really died. About how that senior Kevin really came to be. Alright, that's what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhado. So then, shall we begin? Yes. What should we ponder first? Is the victim who lost his life in the cabin bolted shut from the inside? Was it truly an unfortunate accident, or was it in fact no accident at all? I must establish in the first instance. We already established, haven't we? The men trip over the kitten that climbed into the cabin people of the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident. Wait, let's just take a step back. Does not make sense if it happened, does it? That should spread out for me, I'm afraid. Yes, it's starting to make shape now. It's a clear contradiction between the facts. It must be a story. Evidence is right when it comes to the cabin. It's undeniable. Stuff couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let's show y'all hands, man. Tell me to present the evidence. It has got to be this. Crime scene photos.
Yes!
Truth is, this clearly recording this photographic print. There's no way the Miss Nugget could have left this message on the floor. The script. It's Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. And the words were means wardrobe. See what you mean. Most people have leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. This is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. It doesn't seem likely. It's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry, what do you mean? Looks like what I said before. There's no way that Misaki could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained here. Damage to the silver vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead. No reason either. There's something else we found in Misaki's camping. A women or something that couldn't possibly have been there. If what Miss Prim told us was true. What? Two sons noticed it too then. What they're talking about? What they're talking about? What piece of evidence am I not thinking about? What women? All they can find is this is probably wrong.